He was one of Hollywood's most famous actors, known for hit shows like 2.5 Men and a larger-than-life personality. But behind the fame and charm, Charlie Sheen repeatedly faced allegations of domestic violence, assault, and abusive behavior, shocking fans and the entertainment industry alike. Charlie Sheen's career skyrocketed in the 1980s and 1990s, earning him both critical acclaim and massive public attention. However, his personal life became increasingly controversial, with multiple arrests and accusations of violence toward women, including his ex-wives and partners. Sheen's history of domestic violence spans decades. In the late 1990s and 2000s, he faced multiple arrests for incidents involving assault against his partners. These included physical attacks, threats, and confrontations that resulted in legal action and restraining orders. In 1998, Sheen was arrested after allegedly assaulting his wife at the time, actress Denise Richards, and again in 2009 following a confrontation with a woman at his residence. Various reports indicated alcohol and substance abuse contributed to his violent behavior. Sheen often publicly admitted to struggles with anger and addiction, yet his repeated legal issues reflected a pattern of abusive behavior. Many of these cases were highly publicized due to Sheen's celebrity status, with tabloid and news outlets following every development, creating widespread media attention and public debate. Over time, Sheen faced fines, probation, mandatory counseling, and court-mandated anger management programs. While some victims chose civil settlements, others spoke out publicly, highlighting the emotional trauma caused by his actions. Charlie Sheen's repeated legal issues and violent behavior have significantly impacted his public image. While he continued to work in Hollywood, his domestic violence history overshadowed many of his professional accomplishments. His cases brought attention to issues of domestic violence in the entertainment industry and the role of substance abuse in exacerbating abusive behavior. Victims and advocacy groups emphasized the importance of legal accountability, counseling, and public awareness in preventing abuse and supporting survivors. Sheen's story serves as a cautionary tale of how personal behavior can affect both career and legacy, illustrating that fame does not exempt individuals from the consequences of violence. Charlie Sheen's repeated domestic violence and assault cases remind the public that celebrity status does not excuse abusive behavior. Despite his success in Hollywood, Sheen's legacy is marred by repeated incidents of violence, legal repercussions, and public controversy, highlighting the importance of accountability, support for victims, and awareness of domestic abuse. He was one of Hollywood's most acclaimed actors and directors, celebrated for films like Braveheart and The Passion of the Christ. But behind the fame, Mel Gibson's personal life was marred by domestic violence allegations, explosive recorded rants, and legal troubles that rocked his career and public image.
Actor Mel Gibson's conviction stemming from his notorious 2006 drunk driving arrest is being expunged. The judge made the ruling Tuesday at the request of Gibson's lawyer.
To Mel Gibson. Did Gibson get star treatment by police? Will his anti-Semitic and anti-woman comments come before a jury?
Mel Gibson's talent and charisma made him a global star, yet his behavior off-screen raised serious concerns. From allegations of domestic abuse against former partners to leaked recordings revealing abusive and misogynistic language, Gibson's personal controversies overshadowed his professional achievements. In the mid-2000s, Gibson faced multiple allegations of domestic violence, particularly from his former partner, Oksana Grigorieva, with whom he had a highly publicized relationship. Grigorieva accused Gibson of physical abuse and emotional manipulation, leading to police investigations and court proceedings. The controversy intensified when recordings of Gibson making threatening, racist, and misogynistic statements were leaked, further tarnishing his public image. These recordings, combined with Grigorieva's accusations, revealed a pattern of abusive and volatile behavior. In addition to domestic violence allegations, Gibson was arrested in 2006 for DUI, driving under the influence, during which he made anti-Semitic remarks to law enforcement officers. This arrest and his public comments caused widespread outrage, resulting in professional consequences, loss of endorsements, and public condemnation. Gibson later issued apologies for certain incidents, including his DUI comments and domestic disputes, though critics argued the apologies were insufficient in addressing the underlying behavioral patterns. Legal settlements with Grigorieva included financial arrangements and protective orders, concluding formal litigation, but leaving a lasting public impression. Mel Gibson's controversies had a significant impact on his career. While he continued to act and direct, several studios, collaborators, and audiences distanced themselves from him. The combination of domestic violence allegations, abusive recordings, and his DUI arrest became defining elements of his public persona for years. The incidents also fueled discussions about domestic violence in Hollywood, celebrity accountability, and how fame can shield individuals from immediate consequences. Advocacy groups highlighted Gibson's case as an example of the importance of holding powerful figures responsible and supporting survivors of abuse. He was an Academy Award-winning actor, celebrated for iconic roles in films like Leaving Las Vegas and National Treasure. But in 2011, Nicolas Cage's personal life took a shocking turn when he was arrested in New Orleans following a drunken domestic disturbance, making headlines around the world.
The Oscar-winning actor who created his own scary scene in New Orleans' famous French Quarter and ended up behind bars.
An unflattering mugshot to go along with some unflattering allegations by New Orleans police. They say Cage was heavily intoxicated when he got into an argument with his wife Alice in front of a home he insisted they were renting in the French Quarter.
Nicolas Cage had built a career as one of Hollywood's most versatile actors, but off-screen struggles with alcohol and personal conflicts sometimes overshadowed his professional accomplishments. The 2011 arrest highlighted how even celebrated stars can face legal consequences for reckless and violent behavior. In July 2011, Cage was involved in an incident at his New Orleans home that prompted police intervention. Reports indicated that a domestic disturbance occurred while Cage was intoxicated, resulting in his arrest. Though the incident did not result in serious physical injuries, police confirmed that a call had been made due to a verbal altercation escalating in intensity. Cage was taken into custody and charged with disturbing the peace and public intoxication. Court records indicate that he eventually resolved the case with fines and community service, avoiding lengthy jail time. However, the incident attracted extensive media coverage, with tabloids and entertainment news outlets scrutinizing Cage's personal behavior. The arrest was part of a broader pattern of publicized personal struggles for Cage, including financial difficulties, family disputes, and other legal controversies. Fans and critics alike debated the impact of his personal life on his career, while mental health and substance abuse advocates used the case to highlight the importance of treatment and support for public figures facing similar challenges. While the 2011 arrest did not permanently derail Cage's career, it added to a growing narrative about his personal struggles. Cage continued to act in major film projects, but public perception of him was inevitably affected by his legal and personal controversies. The incident also sparked discussions about alcohol abuse, domestic conflicts, and accountability, even for high-profile celebrities. It underscored how personal challenges can intersect with public life, resulting in both legal consequences and reputational damage. Nicolas Cage's 2011 arrest in New Orleans serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of alcohol-fueled domestic disturbances, even for world-famous actors. While Cage's career endured, the incident remains a reminder that fame does not shield anyone from legal accountability and public scrutiny. He was a rising Hollywood star, known for intense performances and a fiery personality. But behind the fame, Sean Penn had a dark side in the 1980s, facing multiple assault charges that included attacks on paparazzi and domestic incidents, shaking Hollywood and tabloid headlines alike.
Sean Penn. You see, Sean feels that director Lee Daniels accused him of domestic abuse, but Madonna is standing by Sean in court documents that we have acquired. Edge has finally put rumors to rest that Sean abused her during their marriage.
Sean Penn's early career was marked by critical acclaim and media attention. Yet his temper and impulsive behavior often led to violent confrontations, putting him at the center of legal battles and public controversy. Throughout the 1980s, Penn's aggressive behavior became notorious. He was arrested several times for assault, including incidents involving paparazzi, who attempted to photograph him, and private domestic altercations. These incidents highlighted the volatile nature of celebrity culture at the time, where fame often exacerbated personal conflicts. Reports indicated that Penn's temper, combined with alcohol and substance use, contributed to these assaults. His confrontations with the press were widely publicized, leading to debates about privacy, the behavior of celebrities, and the ethics of paparazzi. While some cases were settled out of court or resolved with probation, others led to brief jail stints and court appearances. Penn himself later reflected on these events as formative, citing personal growth and self-awareness gained from his experiences. Despite these incidents, Penn's acting career continued to flourish, with critical successes in films like Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Colors. However, the early legal troubles remained a part of his public image, often referenced in media retrospectives about his life and career. Sean Penn eventually channeled his energy into activism, humanitarian work, and critically acclaimed acting performances, transforming public perception over time. Yet the 1980s assault cases continue to be cited as examples of early career volatility and the consequences of unchecked aggression. The cases also sparked discussion about the responsibility of celebrities to manage personal behavior, the impact of fame on interpersonal relationships, and the broader consequences of violence in public life. Sean Penn's multiple assault charges in the 1980s serve as a reminder that fame and talent do not exempt anyone from accountability. While he later rebuilt his public image through activism and acclaimed performances, his early legal troubles highlight the dangers of impulsive behavior, personal violence, and the scrutiny that comes with being a high-profile celebrity